Ooh, all right, are we live? How's it going? Oh, what are we doing here? XCN. Man, she's still getting stuck at the 382 kinda. What is this? Daily candles. How's it going, everyone? All right, XCN to the moon, huh? What's up, Nick the Traveler? We've taken enough pain. Let's get some good times. Let the good times roll. What's up, DZ, my man? What's up, Mike? He says Wind Moon. Hopefully soon. I'm tired of this. We're all tired of it. I don't know. Streaming and let's get XCN pumping here. XCN is leading the market right now. Wow, up almost 90% on the week. What's up, Rashad, XCN, and XPR? You're just gonna take your $25 profit and sell. She's still bullish here. I mean, the fact that this downtrend was in play since January, and we finally got the breakout here. She's going, but it's not as fast as we would like, but she's moving. XCN doesn't look bad. I guess good timing. We got 2 hours left on this daily candle. If we can get a close over 1.5, then she should continue up. It's struggling right now. People are selling. Yeah, if you didn't sell in the downtrend here for a loss or whatever, I mean, why sell now when it's finally bullish and pumping? That's my take on it. If I would have been holding still, I would be waiting now to get my money back at least. But it remains to be seen. She still may come all the way back down and back test. We'll see, but she is bullish right now. And then we go up. What's up, Slava, my man? How you doing? What's up, Kura? You bought a bit of XCN. Yeah, what is XRP doing? We're not as bullish as we want to be on the day. The stock market pulled back. Bitcoin pulled back, of course. XRP to the moon. I mean, that's not a bad looking wick. You're still over the 3-2. XRP's still bullish here. I don't know why I keep pulling up the marker. Can we Ondo and Degen? Ondo. Yeah, I mean, everything that I covered today on the video updates and everything we've been looking at over the last month, it looks like the bottom is in here. You just tagged the trend once again. You tagged the 0.5. It's time to go up. It's just slow. So trying to be bullish over the 3-2 here at 8.6 on Ondo. But yeah, not a bad spot to buy in down here at that 60-cent range. What was it, 65, 66? I mean, we'll see how it goes. If we're gonna tank back down, then it's just what it is. Because if all these coins start breaking the supports and the final supports and the final macro support levels, then we're not going up for a long time. But I think it looks good. Ondo looks good here. Turbo's even bottoming out, I think. I updated Turbo today. Yeah, I still like Ondo to come up here in between these lines, $20 to $25. I think Ondo is good for a possible 30x. But it needs to get over 86 to be bullish again. Same thing with Degen. There are coins that are still dying. GST and SUKU, I covered them today, and they're just dying. I don't know why. But yeah, the DGen we've been watching here, you're on the final support at 18. Any lower than that, then she's going to 0. So this needs to be the bottom. And then just zooming in on the daily candles, short term, still getting stuck, still forming this bearish pattern here. So we need some momentum up right now. Because if DGen cannot get over this 236 here, it's starting to bear flag again. Oh no. And then if DGen can come up here and hit 10 cents, that's a 50x. But she needs to get over that first level there. She's about to bear flag and go down. Which there are some coins doing that, like I said. People are stupid and greedy. What's up, Links Cater? How you doing, my man? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now that it's finally bullish and moving, there's people are selling. It's understandable, I guess, because people are tired of holding. They want some sort of money back. But they're listening to people saying the bull market's already over. What's up, Bobby? Bobby Freedom in the house. Yo, where's the best to borrow USDT or ETH? LDO? I don't know what that means. You can borrow ETH and USDT? I didn't know you could do that. Happy with DGen at 1 cent. I'll break even and be happy. Yeah, what are we looking at? Yeah, it'll get there. It's definitely going to hit a penny. DGen's got a lot of liquidity, so it's going to rocket out of here. And if it's going to make a slightly higher high, I could see it hitting 10 cents. So you may get a 50x out of this thing on the bottom here. XPR. XPR network to the moon at some point. Yeah, she got a little pump going on. You're over the 382, so you're technically bullish here. I don't know why that's pulled up there. But just keep it simple. As long as XPR is still over the 382, low to the high at 3003, you're bullish. But you got to punch through the macro 382 at 4. 4 to 4.4. Once you break through this area, then she'll probably start moving. Then it'll be good at that point. So hopefully we don't get, a move down on some of these coins. I don't think there's time for this thing to come all the way back down to the trend. Come down and tag to 786 and drop 75%. She's still holding bullish. We just need another leg up already. XPR network to the moon would get you... I don't know. Is XPR network going up here? What is the price you have for XPR network, Rashad? You think it can hit 40 cents and do 120x from where it is? It's a big move. It's a big boy move. Definitely going to do a 3 penny, almost a 10x. You're going to sell XEN at 17.5 and make 25 bucks. Come on. Can we look at XYO? What's up, quantum existence? Quantum coexistence. What am I up to today? Same old, job hunting and doing my YouTube. Still waiting on a job. Still being broke. That's the same thing every day. XYO. Yeah, it's getting pretty bad. What is XYO doing? So XYO is holding over the 618. Just looking at the macro chart here. I mean, this one's not far away. So XYO, I mean, it's got a good looking candle here. Just got to get over the 382 at 1 to be bullish. Because we know low to the high, high to the low rather. If you cannot get over that 382, the bottom is in over 6, but it's still technically bearish below that, even though you are holding that 618. So as long as you're still over 8.9, you avoid the 34% drop back down to the trend. But it could easily come back down to the trend and then go up. But if it gets over a penny, it's back to being bullish. And then once it gets over the penny and a half range, then you should be good to go to push up. Like I said, it's all going to depend on the market. But if XYL holds up, just to get back to the top at the 786 area is a 4x. If you think it's going to hit 20 cents, that's where you're going to get a 22x on XYO. But overall, not bad. Higher highs and higher lows. It's just that macro chop going on until we go to the moon. But what we looked at last night, you know, doesn't look horrible. You were checking coins and there's one more site to borrow. I had no idea you could do that. U holder. But yeah, what we were looking at last night, of course, Bitcoin. She failed to hold support or get over support. Failed to get over the 618, which we really needed. But the good thing is you're still holding over the 382. But we couldn't get through the damn 618 at 83K. I mean, I don't know. We need to start going up already. So right now over 79.6, we're still bullish. If we fall lower than that, then we're probably going down. But as we know, got 2 hours till these daily candles close again. But yeah, this is what has me bullish now, that the bottom is really close to being in. So Ben Cohen's been right about everything. Ethereum finally went home. And every time we have the S&P, you know, clearly make a wick down and form, you know, this fast drop down. Whenever it has a fast drop down, we go up. So this is bullish looking. I think we're about to get the next leg up soon. I say soon, these are monthly candles, but you get the idea. We're right there. Let me switch to music. What'd you say you want to look at? Let's see. Oh, ACH and Velo. What's up, Lord Zero Cool? What's up, Sal? Swift doing a thing. Telling XEN as usual. Thursdays are down days. It'll be better tomorrow. Yeah, what does the poll say? 30 votes? It's half and half right now. Not sure if XEN's going to hit $1 or not. Yeah, but they're about to start buying crypto. Once we start to go up, people will start piling back in. Yeah, we're about to go bullish, I think. Oh, ACH. ACH to the moon. Is she still holding up? I hope so. Oh no, she's down 3%. Yeah, ACH still looks good here. We're still holding the macro pattern, the trend. I mean, just looking at it on the macro chart, it looks very good. ACH is a sleeping giant here. We're still down below the 382 at 2.5, so once we get over that, you're back to being bullish. And then, of course, we know once we get over the 618 finally, once we break over 5.6, 5.5 pennies, then it's a bull run. Then it's confirming you're in a bull run for ACH. And then she's going to shoot up here 50 to 80 cents, maybe $1. Maybe that should be the poll next. Can ACH hit $1? Well, that's a 24x, and then if it's going to rocket up here, maybe a 40x. But all we need is this. A couple of giant green candles spawning in for a couple of months. And these coins will all hit our targets. What did we say though? Excuse me. XCN. Yeah, I guess we're going to be on the stream and we'll see where XCN's going to close. Oh, Velo. Yeah, I'd imagine Velo's in the same spot. I wish you can get a good trade and rotate into ACH. Yeah. Excuse me. Hold on. Let me get a drink. Yeah, that's my plan. If I ever get money back in the market, then I'm going to buy a coin that I think is going to move first, hopefully. If I can, I'm going to get ZBC in before it runs. And then if I make money on ZBCN, then I can start rotating into these other coins. But if we go up, we go up, I keep saying, because I don't have the money to get in the market right now. But if it goes up, at least the channel will start growing again. Velo. But yeah, I just need to get like an initial 500 bucks or something into the market again. And then just let something move, 500 on Velo, or not Velo, ZBCN, and then let it go up, and then take profit, and then put it into ACH or something else, and just keep rotating. It's just you don't know what coin's going to go first, second, third, whatever. But now's the time, in my opinion, to be buying. Velo looks good here. You're still higher highs and higher lows. You're holding over the 382 at 9. You're holding the trend. It looks good here. But Velo, I mean, Velo's going to be a good play, but the big question is, where is it going to go? I mean, just to a 618 retracement. Dang it. Hold on. All right, hold on. Give me 1 minute. I got to make a phone call. 1 second. All right, I'm back. But yeah, Velo here. Let me catch up on the chat now. Think ZBCN is a true sleeping giant right now? Yeah, I do too. I just want to get in before it leaves, but I can't. What's up, Coach? Is there still enough time to make six figures with 10K? Oh yeah, there's plenty of time. You just got to buy the right coin. Ondo, yeah, we'll look at Ondo again for Coach. We already looked at it. I think the bottom is in. He says, "Oh man, what'd you say? Oh, you're out of the market." Yeah, I'm out of the market. The last money I had, I put it on XCN at the top, and then we went down. So the channel's been dying for the last couple of months because of no revenue. It was doing well, and then the market just wanted to be bearish for like 3 months straight. So the channel revenue went down, bills came up, things came up. So I have to prioritize things in life over crypto. So I shouldn't have been in the market anyway, but it was the money was gifted to me that I had in recently. But it went to zero, and then I had to just pull what was left out and pay the bills. So that's why I don't care. Even if we go up and I miss, the channel will start growing again. Yeah, people are crazy. All right, what are we looking at? What are we looking at? I got sidetracked there. My phone keeps going off. Every time I get on the live stream, my phone starts to blow up. So how does that even work? How do you borrow from these places? I need to go borrow some Tether, and then I'll pay him back when I make money on whatever goes up. What's up, Cryptic Jared? Why did you sell? We're moving back up. I sold a couple weeks ago. My XCN bag. All right, let me finish what we're looking at here. So yeah, the big question is, where's Velo gonna run to? A 786 retracement, it looks very likely. That's a 40x from where you are right now. If this thing holds up and we turn bullish and we have a couple of months of green candles just spawning in on everything, then I don't see why this thing wouldn't do a 40x up to 50, 45, 50 cents. It may go higher than that. Yeah, if it comes up here, tags this, that's a decent move. Even if it makes a lower high, that's 195x. And then if it's going to shoot all the way up here, which is probably not going to happen, that's damn near a 2000x to $21 on Velo. Ondo for Coach real quick. Ondo, the bottom is in. Everyone pile in. Ondo's going to be a great play, but it's, it's all going to depend on the market. I mean, I think the bottom is being put in on the stock market and crypto. Ondo just tagged a 0.5 pretty much, but we have to get over the 236.382 at 86 or we're still bearish, and it can still come back down. So we really need to get over the 236 area, 382, and then this 382 at $1. And once Ondo gets over $1, she's bullish, and then Ondo over about $1.37. That's your confirmed breakout to the upside. And then I still think Ondo's going to rocket up here. Ondo's going to be a big player too. Ondo's going to be one of the ones we look back on, and you're going to be like, wow, that thing went all the way up there. So it may go higher than this, but a 24, 25x to 20, up to $25 would be a 30x. I think that's a fair target for Ondo. Just gotta buy the right coin. You're not holding any XN. Nah, I don't have anything. I am completely out of the market. There's nothing in. That's that's what poor does. Like I said, the YouTube channel has been bearish for months. But we'll see what happens. What's up, David Wood? If we pump hard in May, if we pump hard in May, where do you see a good play being for blow off top end of year? I still think that November is going to be the blow off top. Late November, maybe. We'll see, though. Why are we blowing kissy faces, Kura? I can't read all y'all stuff. Jasmine's pumping. Someone just said XYO again. XYO's, it's got a nice little pump going on, but it's got to get over the 3-2 here. You're above the 236, low to the high, but if you cannot get over 1, then you're still technically bearish. It's going to depend on what the market does here. If we get the market to start pumping, then you'll continue to move up. If not, you can see XYO coming back down 35, 36%, back down to the trend and tagging it and going up. But if it gets over a penny, you should be in good shape. We got David. What's up, David? For 5. He says fat girl on Solana. I appreciate the 5. Fat girl on Solana. Yeah, did you buy that other coin? The ass coin? But yeah, I mean, with the tariff thing being paused, I don't know what he's doing with China. And the fact that the stock market looks the way it does, I think we went down too fast. We're going to go up soon. And it's going to be wonderful. I just want my channel to start growing again. Alright, let me pull up deck screener for David. David wants to gamble. Deck screener. Wait, what happened? Alright, so getting deck screener to load. He says no layer AI scam. Let's see. The channel's not bearish. I had a notification. Hold on, I skipped something. Let's see here. Yeah, I try to grind away every day. Even with me looking for a job right now, I'm still gonna do this because it brings in extra money, and not bad money either. Just got to do it every day. You got to keep on it. We got Sean for 5. I appreciate that. Mochi on base, please. All right, we're going over to deck screener. We got to look at Mochi and what do you say? Fart girl. Fart girl on Solana. All right. Fart girl and Mochi. All right. Let me just make sure I can pull this up right. Fart girl on Solana and Mochi. Come on. I think I got it. All right, there we go. All right, fart girl for David, or fart. Let's see what we have here. Fart Girl and Solana came out 2 months ago. Almost a 4 million market cap. Nice lock liquidity. A bunch of zeros. Oh no, it's 2 zeros. 5,700 holders. Oh, we looked at this one before, I guess. Oh, she did. I guess we looked at it here and she just went down and then went up. So what we're gonna do here, let's see what we got going on. You're getting stuck at this 1414 area, but we're just gonna get that off. Alright, let me change the song real quick. I'm getting tired of this song. Let me put on some bullish music here to get this thing moving. Alright, where's my bull music? If I can find the folder. Oh, there it is. Alright. Yeah, let me know if the music's at a good volume. You guys can hear it and it's not overpowering. So, Fart Girl. Let's see. Fart Girl from the low. It looks to be holding up bullish here. Oh yeah, you hit the 382 and you tagged it. You're getting stuck at the 236, so you're bullish over 0017 here. And it needs to get over 44 to continue the bullishness. It is making lower lows and lower highs at the moment, so it could get stuck here and go down. So just keep an eye on those levels, and then for this thing to run up to a new high. Oh yeah, you're getting stuck right at the, you're still bearish. So macro wise, you are bullish over the 382, but in the other direction, you're getting stuck at the 236, 382. So as we know from the high to the low, until you get over the 382, you're technically still bearish to push back down. So it has to get over 44. If it gets over 44, you're bullish on it. And then if Fart Girl is going to run, so we're forever going to have fart coins, huh? It's ridiculous. But the next big move up, 10x, would take you to the new high, up to 4 pennies at the 1272. Mochi on base. Oh yeah, this is the Mochi we always look at. Mochi's supposed to be getting listed on Coinbase at some point. I mean, she's making higher highs and higher lows. Not a bad looking chart for Mochi. Not a bad time to get in, I would have to say. You can clearly see there's some sort of a bottom being put in here. And then it just needs to get back over the 236 to confirm a bottom at, what is that, 401. Bullish over 4015. But Mochi, if it gets listed on Coinbase, new high on Mochi. I don't know why we got this here. Why do we have that here? Possible 301 would give you a 13x. Let me move this up and see what it says. I don't know why we're not using that wick. Oh, I know why. Because then that's going to change the whole chart. Come on. Damn, how far does that wick go down? Jeez. If we use the scam wicks, yeah, it doesn't tell us anything with the scam wicks in play. It's just nothing. So yeah, that's why we had it there. So we'll just leave it there. Came up, got stuck at 786, put in a higher high. You're putting in a higher low at the moment, so just watch these prices. It has to get over 1.5 to be bullish. And then once you break over 404, then it'll start going to the moon. If it goes higher than that, 1618, 303 would give you a 28x on Mochi. But I imagine if she's going to get listed on Coinbase, then it should be a good play. And possibly at the bottom. Alright, I gotta get caught back up on the chat. What's up, King? Look at auction coin for me. Auction bounce token. Yeah, we'll look at it. Take profits when it feels euphoric, people. Yeah, when you feel yourself getting greedy, it's time to get out. When you're smiling, looking at your phone or your computer, and you're making a lot of money, don't get the FOMO. Don't get greedy. When you're smiling and you start dancing a little bit, it's time to get out. Bounce token. What is that? Man law. Man law number 4 says A. Ergo is up 58%. What's up, Alan? Bounce token to the moon. I don't know what bounce is doing right now. Oh, man. I really do think we're about to start going up. Unless we see clear signs, and then we'll assess what's going on. Yeah, bounce token, if you look on the monthly here, it's got a falling wedge pattern formed here if you exclude the scam wicks. It had a nice run. Everybody took profit, I guess. So you're over the 618 and a large falling wedge. I mean, it's not a bad chart overall macro-wise. A run up, falling wedge. You did spike up already, but you're still in it. You still came all the way back down into it. So she's not ready to go yet. You are bullish over the 382 at 980, and you're holding the 618 at 10. So as long as you can hold that, you're alive. Any lower than that, then it's bearish at that point. Any lower than 980, it's bearish. But it's bounce token. There's wicks all over the thing. So it could easily come all the way down here and then wick all the way back up and still be bullish. But right now, clearly, if it can break over the double 0.5 here, $14 to $15, then it'll possibly break to the upside. But as you can see on the weekly candles, there's no pattern here. But when you zoom out to the monthly, that's when you see the pattern. And that's why it's getting stuck. There's a trend and a trend. A bounce token, if it holds here, it looks like it's coming down a little bit more. I mean, I say that, but then you can see all these monthly candles are just holding in the middle of nowhere. So maybe that's the bottom, it looks like. There's a lot of support and resistance in this area. So not a bad spot to be buying on bounce, unless the market's going to break down and it's going to break below that 382. But bounce token here, new high 1272. Once it breaks out of the large falling wedge pattern, 14.5x to 176. It'll probably not just be that, it'll probably hit 200 if it goes that high. So you may get a 16-17x out of bounce. Taraxa, Argo. Yeah, we got to get back over and look at XCN. Where's all the XCN people? Ergo to the moon. But I really think XCN's pointing the way of the market. What do we got going on with Ergo? Yeah, it almost looks just like bounce token to a degree. So be careful. This one has a lot of wicks too. So if you're holding this coin, just if you cannot break over 25, it's getting stuck. I mean, is it time for this coin to go to the moon? Probably not. I mean, we're getting there. It always could. The next stop up is the 1272 at about 145 and almost a 7x. But yeah, she's up. How far is she up? But this is what I'm talking about. If I buy a coin like this, it's going to be with low leverage. Yeah. And then when this thing comes up and does a 4.5x, I'm out. 4.5x times 3x leverage. Then you get out. Roll over to the next play. Not saying to get out, but that's what I would do here. There's a good chance it's going to turn into a wick and come right back down on ergo. Taraxa coin. What are we looking at? What are we looking at? Taraxa. Yeah, but a lot of these coins that we're looking at, ergo, this one, bounce, I would never buy them. You guys know that though. I'm only gonna buy stuff that looks like ZBCN. It's down on the bottom, hasn't moved, looks dead, and it's just gonna wake up and run. But this one, technically, you're over the 382. You're going sideways. So it is bullish over 003 here. And it's going sideways, so that's good accumulation you like to see. If I could see this. Man, you're over the 0.5. So once you get back over this 0.5 and the 382 at 5.8, low to the high, you're bullish again, and it clearly looks like the breakout. This is monthly candles. It's just easier to see everything on the monthly candles. You can clearly see once a monthly candle gets back over the 618,236 at 9 or 1 penny, then that's when you're bullish, and that's when the bull run's probably going to kick in for this coin. Once you get a monthly candle over that, and especially if you get a close over it. But not bad. 18 over an 18x up to 19 to 20 cents. Wait, no, that's different. That's wrong. Oh, wow. 39 to 40x. But it's been holding up for months. It looks real good. Swift coin. Swift coin. Swift coin actually going to $1. Let's see. Yeah, Swift coin's in the same spot that a lot of other coins are in. So it does not have to come back down to the trend line because you're holding over the previous high from back here. April of 2021, and then we had the wick up a little higher high in March, and we're sitting on that area again. We just tagged the 618 here, so you would think the bottom is in at 7.5. If we're gonna turn bearish again, then we'll go down. But right now it's got a nice little decent pump going. It's back over the 0.5 here. Once it gets over 1.5, you're back to being bullish on it. And then for the next stop on this thing, a couple of targets. We got 10 cents and then 20 cents. Came up right up to the 1618, got stuck, and then died. So if you're looking for some targets, I would get out at 10 cents if I had Swift coin. That's just me. With some leverage and an 8, that's a 9x. A 9x up to 10 if you want to hold higher. 17x up to 20. And then if you think this thing, like a lot of people think Swift coin to $1, I don't know. It's a 42x to 50 cents. And then the next target would be the 3, 125, just over $1, 110x. All right, let me see. We got 70 votes. Wow, man, it's tied. All right, we're going to end this one and ask another one. 70 votes on the poll. I don't know where it went. Let's see. how low Soul could go. Best entry. It's probably a good entry right now. I think Solana at $70 was a good entry. Where do we at? 112. Yeah, I don't know what this green line is here we're holding, but we're holding it. Is that maybe a macro 382 or something? No. I guess it's just this area here. There's macro support. I don't know. I don't think it's going to go lower than this, especially if the market turns around already. If we're going to be bearish, then you'll get a $70. Now that you're below the 786, you'll get a $70 Solana. If we're just going to roll over and die, 35% drop. You got another play like ZBCN besides XCN, of course. Not really. ACH and ZBCN are my bullish coins right now. If I had the money, I would put in a position on those. But I have a feeling they're not going to wait for me. We ever look at Zilliqa? What's up, Craig? Thoughts on Beam? We got Eric for 2. I appreciate that. Big time, please. Thank you. I appreciate the 2, my man. Big time. Yeah, big time's a Coinbase coin, ain't it? What did I write? Big time. Yeah, whatever happened to Time Wonderland? You guys remember that coin? What is this? Alright, last time we looked at it, it had a continuation. It did move down a little bit. It made a new low. So on the macro, you're still making lower lows and lower highs, so there's nothing bullish on the chart. If this is going to be the bottom, it has to get over 8.5. And then bullish over 13. So until it gets over both of these levels, you're still bearish. So it could come up all the way to the 382, get you bullish on it, move up all the way to a 2x to 13.5, 14, and then still be bearish and come right back down, putting in the lower high. So just keep that in mind. Short term. Short term. You got the bottom in right now. So short term, it needs to stay over 6.2, and then bullish over 8. If you get over 8, then it'll probably push you through the macro and get you moving up. But technically, the bottom is in right now. But if you fall back below that 236, then it's just going to continue to die. Especially off of that wick. That's not what you want to see. Every time you have a strong move down, and a slight curl up, and then you have wicks, and it just cannot move up more. That usually indicates it's about to come down again. So let's zoom out. Oh, never mind. I was going to say, is there another volume area back here? Let me see. Because sometimes we look at these coins. What is the ticker? Big time. And then we figure out there's an older chart, and then it's overall bullish. Big time. Let's see what we got here. Nope. Sorry, no hopium. But I appreciate the 2. Wait, did I take the wrong one off? Oh, no, I didn't. mean, if you want to gamble that the bottom is in. But there's no indication of that yet besides very short term. But if it is the bottom, big time to the moon. Let's see. If you think big time's going to hit $2, $2.30 here, $2.40, that's not bad, a 35, 36x. I mean, if I had the rollover going and this is not moved yet, I would look at it closely and then put some money in it. And if it hit a 7.8650 retracement, I'd get my 7.5x and then I'm out. Zilliqa. Natix. What is Natix? Natix Network. Oh, I guess we looked at this before. Man, there's so many coins I can't remember them all. I don't remember looking at this coin. New partnerships. I mean, it looks like the bottom is being put in here. There's clearly some sort of a floor at this area, but there's no telling. So very short term on this coin. If you can get over 6.2 to 6.7, then you're bullish again. If not, the bottom's not in. And then on the macro, the bottom's not in over 7.4. Beam. I think someone said Beam and Zilliqa. Trying to get to them all. But when the super chats come in, I have to prioritize those. What are we looking at? Zilliqa going to 0. Alright, same exact chart, so we're good. Yeah, how much time we got left on the daily candles? Hour and 36 minutes, and then we can see where XEN is going to close. You're down below the 618 on this one, and it doesn't look good. There's lower lows and lower highs, so there's nothing bullish on this coin right now. Only thing I can really say is if it stays below the 618, it just made a lower low. That is the monthly candles. Yeah, I don't know. Who buys Zilliqa? I wouldn't buy this coin. I mean, it does. It looks like there's nothing stopping it from just coming right down to the 786 area here. Unless we flip bullish and you get back over the 618, that's a 40% drop on this one. But if it is any sort of a bottom, 1.2 up to 1.3, you'd have to get over bullish over 1.5. But there's nothing telling me, hey, buy me. Buy me. Coin that's screaming buy me to me is ZBCN right now. That thing's gonna leave without me. I already know it. Yeah, same thing with Beam here. I mean, you could possibly be putting in the bottom with a double bottom, high or low. It doesn't look the worst. I think we looked at this last night. So if you hold up here, it could be very bullish. But the only thing we can really do is see what we can see. So the bottom is technically in over 6. If you can get over 697, bullish, and then breakout is over 8.5. Now something like this wouldn't be bad to put a gamble on. I mean, if it's going to hold up here. The fact that you made the higher low here. Oh yeah, low to the high. You tagged the 786 for support. You're putting in the higher low. So yeah, I mean it's got bullish market structure, and you have the double bottom with a higher low. So that's bullish. So everyone pile into Beam. She's about to go to the moon. Unless you fall below 5.7, then it's over. But not a bad setup on Beam. Beam to the moon. Who am I missing coming in here? XEN updated their page. Oh, is she bullish? Yeah, let's take a peek at XEN and see if she's doing anything. Does that make you bullish on XEN now, Kura? They just needed a little pump to get things rolling. Yeah, we're still holding over the 382. Stupid marker. What's up, Raven? CTX came down to almost 128. Bought a little more. Yeah, some of those Coinbase coins were bearish as hell. What's up, dude? Where you been? Hold on. Natix is deep in. We got David for 5. I appreciate that, my man. Based fart coin. What's up, Hood Rich? Based fart coin. Is that a deck screener coin? Is it called based fart coin? Let's see what pops up. As I switch the song again. Based fart coin, 3 months old. Let's see what we got here. All right, based fart coin. Let's bring it up on the chart. Come on. Yeah, she doesn't look horrible. Get this to where we can see it. Come on, stop. Just real quick on base fart coin, 34 million market cap. We'll just go from the candle. Yeah, she's been holding up bullish here on the macro. You're over the macro 236, so it's curling up here. So what we'll simply do is look at it here from the high to the low. Man, almost 85,000 holders. It's getting stuck right now at the 618. So high to the low, it's been getting stuck here. So it looks like once you break over the 618, that's when she'll start moving and flying. So 3035 is your big price to get over right now. It's been getting stuck every time. Yeah, every weekly candle, every 3-day candle. Every daily candle. Someone needs to hurry and buy this so it can close above. If it can close above, it'll be bullish at that point. Based fart coin to the moon. Let's see what kind of damage it can do if it can get over that 618. Yeah, she may fly up and do a 5x to the new high at 2017. Nice, decent little 5x move. Was that 2 zeros? If it goes higher than that, 11x up to 204. So if this thing can hit a penny for you, almost a 30x to a penny. But it has to get over that level right there. And from the bottom to the top, yeah, so the 0.5 is also your 236. So as long as you're over 2.5, you're bullish. But I appreciate the 5, my man. Hope these coins go up for you. What are we looking at? XCN. You made good profit out of the last pump. Just 7 a couple months ago. Nice. Smash the like button. It says rich. I appreciate that. Not sure because Ninja had his fingers in it. Yeah, I gotta go look up who this Ninja is you guys are talking about all the time. What's his name? Crypto Ninja? I don't think I've ever watched him before. I'm gonna have to go look him up. What's up, Crypto Homes? Where do you see ZBCN ending up? I think ZBCN is gonna hit 3 to 4 cents easily. You pray that your bag takes you to 1330, to infinity and beyond. I hope so too. You guys are gonna make it. Like we keep pointing out, the market came down so fast. XCM just flipped bullish, so that's a good sign. And the fact that the stock market crashed so hard, and the fact that Ethereum came home for Ben Cohen, we're right on the doorstep, I think. This is what has me bullish lately. The fact that the tariffs are paused for 90 days. Trump said buy now. Every time we have this clear move down, we go up. It's bullish, so the bearishness is over. We're about to go up. S&P is about to go to the moon, as you would say. Oh yeah, this is all you need to look at. This is bullish here. We're tired of it. It's time to go up already. Just hopefully people don't just sell as soon as we have a baby bounce. I mean, Bitcoin's still technically holding bullish here. It needs to hold 79.6. We're coming down, but come on, Bitcoin, get off your ass and do something. Someone poke it with a stick. If we can get over 83, then we possibly, that's going to tell us we're bullish. And of course, the big price to get over is 90K. Base network. Economic Ninja, okay. What's up, Francis? He says, first time here. The algo brought me here tonight. That's good, I guess. Welcome in. I appreciate you being here. We're here every day. Ninja's trying that crap with ZBCN next. So what did he do with XCN? Is he the reason it stopped and dumped? What's up, Liam? But yeah, ZBCN looks really juicy right now. It's clearly going to have buyers because when we were looking at it back here, it looked really juicy, and then it just went up and everyone was screaming to the moon, and we hit the 618 perfectly with a wick above, and it's time to get out. But she's going to do it again. She's holding up over the bottom. She's holding real good here. I don't think it's going to wait a couple months for me though. So if you guys are piling into ZBCN and it's going to go to wherever it's going to go, we'll be watching it, of course. We'll see what happens. But the first target is half a penny, 5.5x. If it's going to pull an XEN and just do a 20x out of nowhere, then this thing could come up here to our first good target, 2.5 cents, and 28x. Man, that's going to be nice. Yeah, but we did the same thing with XCN. If you guys remember, XCN was down on the bottom doing nothing. It got over support, it looked bullish, and then it just took off. I should have bought it then, but I didn't have the funds. It is what it is. Oh man, you just want to make some lunch money. Oh, he sent his army to pump and dump it. What's up, Isaac? How you doing, my man? Well, if these YouTubers are doing that, you guys just pay attention. I mean, if you know they're doing that, you know they're going to do that with ZBCN or whatever, just be prepared. Get out at the first good resistance. Like we always say, once something's running like this, if you're over the 382, it puts in play the 618. We said the same thing when ZBEC, or I was saying it when it was going up here. Be careful. Top is in at the 618. You get above with a large green candle and everyone's FOMOing in, and then it's over. So if ZBCN from here runs again, be careful with the 618 again. Hopefully it'll reach up to the 786. If it comes up to the 786, be careful. If we're not in that point of the market to where we're euphoric, just make sure you're smart about it and you take profit. Because if they're going to do that, then they're just going to dump on you at one of these lower levels. And of course, you know, hold your moon bag. It could do a 20x like XCN did. You need DGN to pump, yeah. The how-to says turbo. The bottom is in on turbo. He said people are selling XRP to buy XCN. I mean, the volume really hasn't came in for XCN yet. It's bullish, but we need more. I mean, not we. I don't own it, but it needs more people to pile into it. Shipping for a 20x. Yeah, shipping's going to be a good play too. What do you make of Ergo? Started pumping right after Binance delisted. Did Binance delist it for real? Why would it pump? If it's pumping after a delist, I don't think I've ever seen that. But we looked at Ergo earlier. I don't remember what it was. It was either Ergo or Bounce. One of the coins is pumping right now, but be careful. Yeah, so it pumped on a delist. This thing doesn't know the rules. Yeah. Wait, let me back that up. Yeah, where were we looking at this at earlier? Oh, damn it. Yeah, just be careful. I mean, if you're in on this coin and you're holding it, you're well above the 618. Just make sure you're smart about it and you're taking profit. You're not quite at the 786. It could still continue to go. I have no idea what's going on with this coin, but that's a fast move up. And the fact that the whole market in Bitcoin's not bullish yet, it's probably going to get stuck somewhere and come back really fast. Come down really fast. More likely than not. You don't listen to him no more. When ZBCN moves, it's over. Yeah, I don't know why that is. But yeah, if I had this coin, even though it's up just what, a 3x from here, or it did about a 4x. depending on when you bought in, of course. But if you bought the bottom and you got a little 4.5x, I would definitely roll over and get out. But that's just me, not financial advice. And especially if it got delisted and it pumped. Yeah, shipping, I'm bullish on shipping. Now that we looked at the overall chart on shipping, shipping is macro bullish. It looks better than some of these other coins that are going to zero. Like SUKU. SUKU's going to zero right now. GST is going to zero. I just got to pick the right coins. But once we looked at this, the overall macro chart on shipping, I had no idea this coin ran up like that, and it's been holding. It's been holding bullish for a long time. It tagged the 382. One little tag, and then it's back up over this 236, and it's going kind of up and sideways. Shipping to the moon. Let's switch the song. Zooming back in on shipping. I mean, you're holding the bottom here. You tagged that 382 twice, by the way. Now you're holding up here. It could still come back down, but right now it's bullish looking to me. Short term, it needs to get over the 382 at 83. But if shipping's going to rock it out of here again, a new high on shipping to, I don't know if the coins are the same. Last time I looked, it was just over $500 million market cap. But that's a 60x to 30 cents. Is that going to happen? It may happen really fast too. Look at that large candle with a wick. It's nasty. But yeah, 20x is very likely on shipping. But I'm scared, so I'd probably get out here and get a 10x at 4. If it comes up and goes a higher high, maybe you get a 15 cent. Hell, if you just come up here and hit 10 cents, you got your 20x. Yeah, if it doesn't completely die and look bearish, I would say definitely gonna 20x. ACH didn't move yet. Not financial advice. Yeah, ACH looks good. Oh, that's what I need to do. All right, let me get a new poll going. We're trying to stay on the stream until the, see if XCN can close bullish. We're gonna pump at some point. DZ, you'll get your money back on DGen definitely at some point, unless some kind of crazy stuff happens and the market just goes to zero from here. So it was a split decision pretty much on XCN hitting $1. So we're not sure. The majority was yes. All right, new poll is up. I think, yeah, I did that right. Thought I pushed the wrong button. Someone's going to come in at some point, just flip the switch, and we're just going to go completely straight up. No idea when that's going to happen. What am I looking for? ACH once again. Oh yeah, someone said turbo. Yeah, we'll look at turbo too, but I just put up the question for ACH. The ACH is holding up in this very large macro ascending triangle bullish pattern. It's curled up here. No telling when it's going to happen, but if it holds and we just do this for a while, and if we get coiled up like this, and then it's bull run time, but that's 2026. You get the idea though. It's just going to shoot out of here. And I definitely think 50 cents is a real good target it's going to hit. It's probably going to go above that. So that's your 24x from today, holding the trend. And then 80 cents, probably wick up to $1. That would be a 50x on ACH. But a very good bullish macro looking chart. I would buy ACH and XCN right now if I could. But yeah, like Slava says, not financial advice. Oh wow, we got 48 people in here. I didn't even realize that. No, don't pump ACH. I really want some of these coins to wait for me, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I just need a couple $100 in each. Couple $100 to put in on ZBCN and ACH. Maybe do a 3 to 5, maybe yeah, I'd probably do about a 3 to 5x long position on them. And that way, once they spike out of here and they do like a 5 to 10x with the multipliers, then I'll have the money to start playing in the game again. Damn, I can't believe I'm gonna miss it. Turbo. I don't want us to go up yet, but I think we're about to go up. Yeah, Turbo's the same boat. Turbo's about to, I don't say rocket out of here, but the bottom has to be in here. These candle bodies got stuck, and then we blasted out of here. We came down, we filled the gap. We're back testing macro support area. Like a lot of coins are doing the same exact thing right now. So this has to be the bottom. Once we get back up to 1.8, we're back to being bullish on Turbo. And then the next big target on Turbo over the 1414 where it tagged last time at a penny and a half would be 3. So that's your 19.5x from today. And then it may go higher than that. Like the target we've had for a long time is all the way up here. If these big meme coins are going to actually hit over 100 billion market cap, or 50 to whatever, 20 billion, whatever it's going to be. If it gets past 3, the next stop looks like the 14 to 15 cents, and you get like an 80x out of Turbo. But it looks like the bottom is in. Toshi Cat. Yeah, I didn't miss something, did I? Hold on, I got a blue dot on the screen for some reason. Oh, that's super chats. Let me see if I make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, come on. It's not loading. Okay, I got him. Never mind. I've never noticed that before. Yeah, let me refresh this. How many likes do we have? Mine says 1 like. We only got 1 like. Come on. Yeah, see, here it is again. 12 votes so far. It's almost a split decision. All right, let me refresh this page. Let me switch the music. Get us back over. Let's go look at XCN again. Oh, you said Toshi. Toshi's going to be a big play too. It's on Coinbase now. She's still holding up. She just needs to break the downtrend. Is she breaking it? Nope. I mean, the overall chart, you can't break the downtrend. You can't get over the 0.5. Toshi's probably coming back down to this 18 level. Put in a higher low. Unless it breaks over 2.5. So you still could drop 22-23%. But overall, macro-wise, it's still very bullish. And then Toshi, a new high would be over the 1414 from the last time it spiked up. I would take you to the 1618 and a 15.5x up to 3.8. All right, got 41 likes. All right, that's better. I see 12. Oh, okay, you see 31. Yeah, I had to refresh. All right, let's see here. All right, let's go check what XCN's trying to hold. Yeah, where's XCN bro at? He ain't been here in a while. Was he here last night? I don't remember. Coming up on 1 hour left. So stop selling your XCN. It needs to hold over 1.5. It needs to hold over the 382. to continue this run, or it's bearish and it's going to come back down. One hour to go. PPEC? What is that? PPEC. Yeah, what? Yeah, is that a deck screener coin? I don't know what you're trying to say. Yeah, I don't know what PPEC is. Let me look on deck screener. Yeah, what do you guys think about Pepe? What is Pepe going to do this cycle? PPEC. Pepe Clanker. Pepcat, Pepe Cat, what the hell? Alright, I'm trying to get it pulled up. What are we looking at? XCN. But you guys know there's an older Pepe coin. There's an original Pepe coin. I know there's all kinds of different Pepe's memes, but all right, let me pull up deck screener. But there is an original Pepe, not the Pepe coin we know and love. That's on Coinbase or wherever it is. All right, I guess this is what you're talking about, PPEC. PPEC. Why is it called Pepe Clanker? Yeah, it's been holding over the 0.5 for a long time, getting stuck at the 382. It's going sideways. It doesn't look horrible. It's got a slightly higher low being put in. All right, I think we need to go back to the chill music. This is getting annoying. Yeah, stuck at the 382. So this one here, once it gets over 2.8, bottom is in, bullish over 50. Until then, you're not bullish. Breakout is possibly over 122. There's a clear downtrend here. If you can get over the 236, you're probably going to break the trend, and then it'll probably start moving up at that point. But this coin here, let's see what kind of damage it can do. These base coins are going to be good because base is the first bull run for base. So if we actually have a huge bull run, then your face is going to melt off. Damn. Yeah, not a bad one. Not a bad little gamble play. A 92.5x to the new high from where you are now. Pepe. Yeah, when did the Pepe come out? A year ago? Human Pepe? Come on now. Yeah, this is it. Came out over 2 years ago. But yeah, this is the original Pepe coin. Just, I don't know if you guys knew that. Bottom is in, pile in. She's hitting this area. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Now support. The original Pepe on Solana. If that is the bottom. What the hell is that? It's a 340X. Yeah, original Pepe for 340 plus X. If it goes to a new high. Almost 24,000 holders. Still low market cap, 404K. Uh, 38 people left in here. Where'd everyone go? Come on. Man, these bots are just going crazy on my videos. Every 5 to 10 minutes, there's like 5 new comments for just bullshit. Oh wow, it's 6 o'clock already? Oh, let's see here. $37 people watching. Alright, how's the poll doing? Can ACH... We only got 19 votes, people. 19 votes. Alright, so XCN, she's coming down still. Who's selling? Maybe after people get home here at 6 o'clock, maybe people will start piling in. You're here, not sleeping yet. Yeah, I'm gonna try to wait for this candle to close, but it's got an hour left. I don't know if I can sit here for another hour. I guess we'll sit here, we'll see. I really have nothing else to do. Plus, the longer I stream, the more views it gets. You're off, thanks. Have fun, everyone. I appreciate you coming over here, Francis. You gonna sub? I appreciate that. Ban them? I can't ban them. It's too late. They're already in. If I ban them, then the channel's gonna take a hit. I did that before. Because if I ban them, if I put the new coin right now is Veronium or something, the new scam. Which I go look at other people's YouTube channels, you know, just whoever it is, and there's just no stopping them. They're on everyone's channel. But Veronium's the one right now. It's been on the channel for weeks. If I type that into the banned words, what it's going to do, it's going to ban every comment on all the videos. And so thousands of comments on videos are just going to disappear like that. And then the algorithm's going to pick that up as me botting my own channel. That happened to me before. That's what killed the channel the first time. I went on there and tried to police the bots, and one of them took too many off or something, and they hit me with a thing, and they took 58% of my revenue for the month, which was ridiculous. And I was pretty much shadow banned. The algorithm didn't like me for like 4 months straight, and it was just bearish all the time. But it's over now. The channel's been doing good as of lately, but not as good as it could be because of the way the market's been. But it picked up for a while there. And that was the reason I was able to get into the market and not have to work anymore. Because the channel was providing. So if I go try to ban them again, it's over. We got Mickey for 5. I appreciate that. Ski Trump. I appreciate that, my man. Ski Trump. Ski Trump. Man, there's so many coins out there. Oh, it's the only Ski Trump. Ski Mask Trump. 12K market cap. Wow, 12K market cap? Yeah, we've looked at this one before. Alright. I appreciate the 5. Let me pull it up real quick. Ski Mask Trump. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Are the Trump coin's going to go up? I guess if crypto flips bullish and it's Trump's fault we flip bullish, if you want to call it that, maybe everyone will pile into the Trump coins. I don't know. But it's clearly, well, it's not putting in the bottom yet. What are we on? We're on the 3-day candles. I mean, if you ever get a bottom on this thing, it's probably going to be a good play. But it's just going down and sideways as of now. On the macro chart, you have to get over the 236 at 2.9 and then 5.5 to be bullish. But clearly it's making lower highs, so it's still bearish at the moment. And it just made a lower low, so it could go lower. On that note, what we'll do is just zoom into the 3-day, or the 4-hour rather, and just see if we can get some levels to kind of watch to see if it's going to put a bottom in. Stupid thing. So right now it is getting stuck at this level here, 236. So short term, if you can get over 13, what are you at? 4.0, or you're at 12.5. So you got to get over 13, bottom in, and then short term bullish over 1.45. And then this move down over, once you get over the 618 of 17. But on the larger time frame, gamble play here. What damage can it do? I guess last time we looked at it was way up there. Just, yeah, she was trying to put in a bottom here and then it just broke. So if this thing can run up and hit a new high, no, come on. Not a bad move. Throw 50 bucks on here and get your 190x. That's the way I treat these coins. $50 and get 190x and just let it sit until it goes to the moon. Until you look at your phone and you're surprised. You're looking at your, whatever you're buying it on. But yeah, very low market cap. So it could be a very good play. What's up, Nick? Fairies Ranch, what's up? Yeah, I would imagine most people know. Most people can spot the bots easily. If you can't spot the bots, you don't need to be in crypto. It's the same thing with the Discord here on the channel. It's every week there's people pretending to be me on the Discord. So when we go bullish and there's going to be 1,000 people piling into everything, you guys please don't get scammed. I'm never going to ask you guys, message you, tell you to click on some WhatsApp thing or anything stupid like that. You guys already know if you want to donate to the channel. I don't ask it a lot, but it's in the description of every live stream and every video. Several ways to donate. I'm never going to message you and say, hey, but yeah, everyone has issues with them. I did follow one guy. Even been in his coin council as a while, and after many months he was doing nothing, so I sold it and then started his crypto crash. He took it personal. You unsubbed from him for using profanity. Yeah, I try not to use profanity here. It slips out sometimes, but we try to keep things clean. And if anyone ever comes into the chat here and they're being a butthole, we've done it before. Just an instant ban. If you don't have positive things to say, or if you're talking bad to anyone in the chat, then I'm gonna automatically just, you're done. What's up, Celtic War? XYO coin. What's up, Dookie? Dookie D. What is Cookie Dow's top? Yeah, they often do. They just talk about nothing, and then it's just, you'll notice it because every video have several comments about the same thing, and that's when it's botted. Cookie Dow's top. All right, let me bring up Cookie Dow, and then I got to get out of this chair for just a moment. We've been on here for over an hour and a half. Cookie Dow, and then we'll look at. Oh, Cookie Dow, come on. Cookie Dow's top is nowhere around. She's still going down. Macro bullish overall in the chart. You're below the 618. So, yeah, it just remains to be seen on Cookie Dow. She's bear flagging at the moment. If you cannot stay over 8.3, little bear flag actions in play, it's telling us you're just going to keep stair stepping down. So as long as you're below that, you can see the weekly candles below it and getting stuck. And you'd still be overall okay coming all the way down here, but you can see that's a 44% drop. So there are coins that are on the bottom and looks like we need to go up now, which I think we will soon. And there are coins like this and like SUKU and like GST that are just bearish and they're just going down. But you said Cookie Dow's top. From where it is today, I don't know where it went. Let's see what we have here. Cookie Dow. Yeah, I don't know why this market cap's here. I don't know what that's pointing to. So we'll get that one out of the way for a moment. So it came all the way up to the 1618 pretty much and got stuck. Down below the 618 here, the double 618. Just keep it simple for now. I don't know what Cookie Dow is going to go down to. It's going to affect where it's going to go. But from where you are today, like I said, it could go lower. A new high would be 180, so maybe $2. And $2 would get you a 25x from today. Oh yeah, XYO. All right, let me pull up XYO and then I got to get out of this chair. I can barely stand sitting here anymore. I got to go get it some coffee and I'll be back in like 3 minutes or so. But we'll pull up XYO, looking at it again, and I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Switch the music real quick. Yeah, XYO we're looking at. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I appreciate the super chat. Yeah, we'll look at B3. Oh man, let's look at XYO real quick. Where are we at? There you are. There's my deck screener. I mean, not deck screener. Trading view. Yeah, we looked at XYO earlier. She's got a nice little pump going on here. You're down below the 382. So we know low to the high. As long as you're below the 382, you're still technically bearish. So if you cannot get over a penny, which is getting stuck now for 2 weeks, then there's a good chance XYO is one of those coins that's just coming back down. You know, it may need to drop 37% before it can finally go back up. But if you get over a penny, you're back to being bullish here. And if we zoom out to the monthly, I mean, the overall monthly chart looks good. I mean, all these coins are curling up here. All these coins know what's coming. So even if you come back down to this area here, it's still higher highs and higher lows. Still a very macro bullish chart. Yeah, XYO is going to be a good play. I mean, if it continues this and doesn't break down, obviously, from today, 22x up to 21. And if it does end up coming back down here and you load up, about a 38x to the high. Once we, you know, finally go vertical and go euphoric. But just be careful on all these coins. Just make sure you're going to take profit at some point as it's going up. I don't care what the project is or what people say about it, what YouTubers shilling it. I know all you guys here on this channel, you guys are ready to take profit along the way. Because if you don't start taking profit along the way, you could get stuck holding whatever you're holding. I know that from experience. B3 is going to be a good coin. Excuse me. If it ever puts a bottom in. Let's see. So the question is the bottom in on B3? I wouldn't mind if I had the extra money. I would load up on B3, even if it doesn't run this cycle. Which it will probably. But right now, high to the low, you're over the 236 perfectly. 4-hour candle, so you're holding up good. You got to get over 382 at 3.5 to be bullish, and then break out clearly where you're getting stuck here at 3.8, 6.18, and then this move down is officially over that level. And then the bottom will be technically in. But it's setting up right now for a double bottom with a higher low. So not the worst spot to be buying in on the monthly or the weekly. It's got a wick forming. It completely died, as we know. So we'll see if this thing can wake up. On the macro, it has to get over 4.7 and then bullish over the 382. You know, and that may be it. I mean, the fact that you held the trend and you were getting stuck at the 382 here, the only way to know that is this new bottom that's in. So we pull that down. It's like a crystal ball magic. Now you see why it's getting stuck there. It was your 382 all along. So you got to get over 4.7 and then 6.2, break back over the trend, and then you're bullish. And then bull run over 0.09. Just get that off. But if that is the bottom on B3, a new high on B3 is going to take you up here to the 1272 at 3 pennies and do a 9x. About a 9.5x. If you could somehow, I don't know where this thing's going to end up in 2025. It's a new coin, but it is a good coin on base. If you can hit 10 cents, then maybe you get a 30x out of this thing, a 35x to 12. Not sure if he did GST. No, I did it on the channel today. GST's going to 0. So is SUKU. Hit the bull music, it's time. What's up, old house? Let's see. GST. Yeah, not as bullish as I once was on GST. She was holding up for a good while, but she never got the move to make, to make it go up. And looking at it here, this is what I covered on the update on the channel. You're consolidating in a triangle pattern to the downside, a continuation pattern. So it looks like it's going to go lower. So that's really all we can say. But yeah, it held up for so long being bullish and holding here, and then it just died. But I guess we should have known that because the sister coin of this, GMT, has been dying forever. But short term on GST, if there's any kind of hope for it, it looks like it's about to go down again. So if it can get over 8.5, then you won't go down. But it doesn't look good at the moment. And then 4 hour, even shorter term, shorter time, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you came right up to the 382, still bearish. Bearish. Now you're below the 236, so this thing's bearish right now. There's really nothing else to say on it. NKN and Helium Mobile. Yeah, are people actually going to buy NKN? Yeah, NKN looks bearish on the 4 hour. On the weekly. We say that, but then when we zoom out, damn, she died. 5 months of death back to the Shadow Realm. Damn, I think that's the first time we said Shadow Realm today. But that might be the bottom for NKN. It came back down all the way to this volume area. It hit the 786 and it's holding. So yeah, not a bad spot to be buying in on NKN. Yeah, if I was bullish on NKN, this is a perfect spot to be buying in. I move back up. 618 retracement in a bull market would be a 15x on NKN. 786 retracement is a 30x. So some good targets here, 30 cents and then 60 cents. Some good targets to take profit. And then if you're a moon boy on it, what the hell? Yeah, if you're a moon boy on NKN and you think it's going to hit $4.80 to $5, that's a 230x. Off of that potential bottom. Helium Mobile. Yeah, what's the deal with Helium Mobile? Are they? I think I remember someone telling me that they are not associated with Helium anymore, or they got delisted from something. I cannot remember. But they're clearly bearish going to 0. But it's coming back down. I mean, it's coming back down to the final level. Final level and then game over. You're either going to win or it's over. I mean, you're hitting the top of this volume area here. So could it be the bottom on Helium Mobile? Maybe. We'll see. So very short term on Helium Mobile. I say short term, but it's a daily. So yeah, you got stuck right at the 382. So high to the low 382. You're bearish below 3.7. You are above 3.4. So the bottom is short term in, but you have to get over 3.7. Breakout confirmed over 4.2. But of course, on the macro, if you can get over those levels, you have to get all the way back up here to 6.4 and get over that. But potential double bottom, but it's a lower low. So it doesn't look great. You need to move up 80% to have any kind of hope. But it still has room to come down if it needs to, or if it wants to. There's nothing bullish on Helium Mobile here. But we will look. Helium Mobile, if that is some sort of a bottom, a 618 retracement will be your 6x up to 002, and then 003 would be your 10x. And if she's going to go to the moon, a 53x up to almost 2 pennies. But doesn't look good. What's up, Master E? Says Pepe. Pepe looks good. How about Vet and Flare? Yeah, how much time do we have left on the daily candles? I forgot. 34 minutes and counting. Yeah, V-Chain's going to be a good play. I think all of these older coins, if they don't move, they're all good for rotation. Oh no, never mind. V-Chain is bearish. Yeah, V-Chain broke the trend here and she's back testing it as resistance. That's not a good look. So what we'll do on this one is go simply from the low to the high. You are hitting that final support, so that may be it. But you have to get back over the trend line here, and you got to get back over the 618236 here, which if we zoom in like we keep doing, very short term, it'll probably give us a price where we're getting right stuck at. High to the low, pretty much right at the 618. So if you can get over 2.2 or pretty much 3, what is that? Yeah, 2.2. 618, get you back over the trend, and then you can have some sort of hope. But it is on the final level, the final support. So, I mean, it's not a bad spot to be buying in, but it's not bullish at the moment. But like V-Chain here, all these old coins I think are good for, 5 to 10x's, whatever they're going to do. I personally wouldn't hold these older coins higher than, a 10x. If you get a 10x out of an old coin, then you're doing good. 618 retracements, your 4x up to 8.5, probably 9 cents. And then 14 to 15 cents, that's going to be your 6.5x. But I think the target for V-Chain, a good target, is if we have a good bull run, a monster bull run, then V-Chain I think is really good. That's why I have it here in yellow for 30 cents. I think 30 cents is a good target, and you would get a 14.5, 15x out of V-Chain. And then Flare. Yeah, I'm surprised no one ever asked for Songbird. The same thing with Flare here. It looks like you just put in the bottom. You're not bullish, but you put in the bottom at a penny. You wick down below it. It is still making lower lows and lower highs. So like I said, it's the bottom may be in, but it's not bullish. To be bullish, you have to stay over 1-2 and then break over, of course, this to put the bottom in, but not bullish until you get over, 25 to 27. So once Flare gets over this box here, try not to cough, then you could be bullish on it once it gets through this red box of death. And then Flare, 786 retracement I think is possible, 8 pennies. Probably hit 10, so that's your 5.5x. And if you hit 10, 7x. And if it goes higher than that, I have no idea. Probably not, but if you're bullish on Flare, 1272 at 33 would be your 24x. How many people we got left in here? 35. What happened to all the people? We lost like 20 people. Hood Rich, send this guy some super chats instead of just yelling coins. I appreciate that, my man. Degen price prediction. Moonbeam. 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 Oh, Glimmer. Forgot about this one. It's another older coin that's going to 0. So she just made a lower low, high to the low. I'll just move that one off of there because it's pointless. Damn, this thing's dying. Another example of a coin I would never buy unless I had extra money and it was just a gamble. I'd be like, hey, maybe that's the bottom and maybe it'll go up. Maybe it'll go up here and do a... Oh, wow. Never mind. Maybe. If that's the bottom and you get a 618 retracement, bull market, that's a 35x. And then if it hits the 786 up to $6, it's almost 100x. That would be nice. Moonbeam for 100x. But it doesn't appear there's a bottom on it yet. Let's see. We're probably bear flagging down here at the bottom. Being bearish down here. Yeah, not quite yet, but it's starting. So very short-term daily candles on Moonbeam. GLMR. You're over the 236 right now. So if you can stay over 62, you have to get over 67. Or you're still bearish. And then breakout confirmed over 77. And then maybe this thing will make its way back up to the macro 236 here. And then what kind of move will that be? Just to put in a macro bottom and still be bearish. Almost a 3.5x to get to that point. But macro, if that is some sort of a bottom, 54 bullish and then breakout over 226. Just zooming back out. Yeah, and if Moonbeam goes to the moon, then we're all rich. Because if this thing goes up, it makes a higher high. Yeah, that's a 2000x if you think this thing can hit 118 bucks. Maybe it happens in the future, but that's a large move. What's up, Cryptomyolysis? How you doing, my man? Thank you for all the work you do for us. I appreciate the words, but I do nothing. Degen. I don't know where Degen's going to go. Degen's going to be a runner, I think. The bottom should be in for Degen. Degen has a lot of liquidity, so it should pump really hard. But it's been bearish so long. It hit the final support at the 786, so what we've been looking at recently is just from this bottom now. If it goes to a higher high above the previous high at 6.6, maybe we get a 10-cent degen. That would be your 53x from today. So if it's going to run it all, I could see 10 cents on this thing and doing a 50x. Songbird, SGB. I haven't done an SGB update in forever. SGB was actually one of my best performing videos before Turbo and XCN, of course. Like one of my first SGB videos did really well. And of course, you know, this is a daily thing, a weekly thing that we update these coins. You guys have no idea. I still have people coming on to videos from a year ago, months ago, and they'll come on here and say, haha, you were wrong. I always just chuckle at those. Or this didn't age well. It's a constant game. It's a constant grind here. What are we looking at? Songbird. She broke the 786, but she came back down to the bottom. Like to the bottom. So is this some sort of a weird double bottom? Maybe. She made a slightly higher low off of that. Let's zoom in. Songbird for the win. Let's see. Yeah, slightly higher low. I mean, I don't know. There's nothing really bullish on it right now. It broke that previous trend. So you could pump up and get stuck at it again. But I would imagine Songbird and Flare are going to run together. Yeah, so to get back over the trend and have any sort of hope is over 5-4. But I mean, just looking at this, unless this thing's going to go to 0, that should be the bottom. Let me make sure there's not an older Songbird chart, because I have no idea. Oh no, it's the same thing. So potentially the bottom is in on Songbird unless it's going to die. Alright, how much time we got left on these candles? What are your thoughts on Head and Shoulders? Oh yeah, you said Pepe. I mean, those patterns, I mean, everything's speculation. They sometimes play out and sometimes they don't. It just depends. I don't put a lot of weight into. I put a lot of weight into the to the continuation patterns. You talking about a Head and Shoulders pattern on Pepe here? Yeah, recently we've looked at a lot of coins with inverse Head and Shoulders, and none of them played out. We just went to 0. But Pepe's holding up over the 382. She's doing the same thing a lot of these coins are doing right now on the bottom. Double bottom with a higher low. Doesn't look horrible. It's kind of telling us the market's ready to go up. And depending on where you want to draw the fib at. High to the low. Yeah, we're holding over the 618. We hit the 786 and we bounced. So not a bad setup on Pepe here. You're over the macro 382. You're over that 618. You're forming this very bullish market structure. Double bottom, higher low. So it looks like the price of Pepe should start going up here. Let's see here. I know it looks messy. Let's get that out of the way for a moment. And the low from the high, 382 is holding. Ultimate low to the high. Yeah, depending on where you want to draw it at, you're down below, but you already broke the trend and you back tested. We'll just simply pull that down just a hair. So a back test, but you're setting up for something bullish here. Once you get over 1-1, you'll break back over the trend and you'll be in good shape. And then we'll draw one more on Pepe. Pepe is going to be a good play. Pepe's probably going to hit a 50 to 100 billion market cap, especially if we have a large bull run. Bullish back over 9.9 up to this one area, and then you're good to go. me see. And then Pepe. Yeah, where's Pepe gonna go? So if it does hit a 50 billion market cap, that's 3 zeros 1. I don't think that's enough. That's only a 12x, and if you're gonna hit 100 billion market cap plus, maybe we get Pepe up here to this 2 level, and you get a 27, 28x. Wait, that's wrong. Hold on. We didn't move that down. All right, so a 40x possible, and then at the low end, an 18x. We got Lord Zero Cool for 5. I appreciate that for the calls and your efforts, good sir. I appreciate that, my man. I appreciate you always being here. That's awesome. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, we're about to flip bullish because we've been months with no super chats, nothing happening, and now, you know, we're back here with 40 people, and yeah, we're about to go. I appreciate that. Can Trev hit $20? I have no idea. I appreciate that, my man. Yeah, Trev is on Deck Screener. Like I keep telling you guys, anything on Deck Screener, it's just, I treat them as gamble plays. Treble, and base. But like I keep saying, I think all the base coins are going to do good. Trev is still going to 0, but yeah, this thing's still going to 0 right now, so there's nothing at all bullish on it. Wait, you said $20? Hold on, I have to bring it up now. Can Treb go to $20? Well, the new high on this one is 270 almost. That would be your 11x. Let's see, what kind of ridiculous move is $20? Oh, so you're looking for a 100x play. 90x to $20. I mean, it always could. It's a base coin. I don't know what Treb is or what Treb does. But if it's a good play on base, you never know. Some of these base coins are going to rocket out of here. But I have no idea. But that would give you a 90x if it does. But there's no bottom on it yet, so that's going to change. So if it continues lower, it's at, what, 22 at the moment? If it continues lower, then probably not. That'll change your target. All these bearish coins are too risky. Yeah. I mean, you just gotta have what you just gotta do what you can do. We should all just listen to Ben Cohen and held Bitcoin forever. But I think we're almost there. But you also got to be able to buy in and buy at these cheaper prices if you ever want to make it. I wish I would have did that last cycle with Cardano and Shiba. If I would have loaded up on all the dips, then I probably wouldn't have a YouTube channel. I did not have enough Shiba and I sold at the top, but it's all gone now. We got Cryptic Jared for 2. I appreciate that. ZBCN to 10. Let's go. I don't think it's gonna hit 10. It might. I think 3 to 4 to 5 cents this cycle is a good target. We got 53 votes, ACH to $1. Damn. Really? You guys are bearish on ACH? It's almost tied, but 51% say no. Damn, you're crushing my dreams. Oh, man. All right. I guess it is what it is, though. But yeah, I don't think ZBCN's gonna hit 10 cents or not 10. Yeah, 10 cents. I mean, it could, but to be more realistic, ZBCN. Let's see. Yeah, I need to go look at the daily candles, see how much time we have left. Oh, if it goes to 10 cents, that's your 100x. I mean, we'll see how it plays out. I would love to get in on ZBC in here, but not gonna happen. All right, let's go look at. Would have been streaming over 2 hours now. We got 14 minutes left. We're still holding over the 382. So not bad. What's up, Central Florida? How you been, my man? XCN versus Swift? No idea. XCN versus Swift versus ACH. I would pick ACH. ZBCN moves slow. Yeah, it moves slow, but it's just consolidating right now. We saw with that little pump it had, it's gonna pump out of here. ADA looks decent when paired with BTC. Only needs a 7 billion market cap to hit 10. Yeah, didn't I hear that Ben Cohen gave up on the BTC pairs? I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but oh man, so why did all these coins get delisted or something? Whole list of charts that are just gone. I forgot about BNT, Bancor. Yeah, you guys can't tell me this is not bullish. On the S&P, bottom is in. We're about to go up. Hopefully you guys are ready. If we listen to Ben, we make no money. You ever heard of Biconomy? You mean Bico? There's a coin called Bico. I forgot about Bico. Going to zero. Yeah, we're getting there. We got like almost 10 minutes left. Binance is slimy. Coinbase is slimy. Yeah, that's something else you guys got to take into account if you're new to this. When there's too many people piling into these exchanges, they will crash at some point. There will be some points you will not be able to sell or do anything. And we flip bearish because my thing has to refresh. Alright, time to put on the bear music, huh? Oh, so yeah, that is it. Bico, it's Biconomy on base. Let me see if it's the same thing that's on Deck Screener. I had no idea Bico was on base. But she's going to zero. You think XN will drop a little, possibly to 145? What's up, Remy? What's up, Silver? How you doing, my man? Late to the live stream. Welcome to the end. That's what they say, but no, it's BS. Get yourself a cold storage. Yeah. I have a lonely cold storage wallet. I had a Tandem card. I think it's called Tandem. I don't remember what it's called now. But I got rid of it. But Ledger Nano. I have one of those somewhere. I don't even know where it is anymore. I used to hold Bitcoin on it years ago. Alright, so let's see XCN. We'll end it with XCN here. See where this thing's going to close at. It'd be nice if it was just going to the moon right now. But positive thing is she is bullish. 7 minutes left. It looks like we're going to close above. Unless someone steps in here and starts selling. Better late than never. Yep. Yeah, and another thing about the bots is whenever you guys see these people, these comments, it'll be just one comment. No one will comment on it. It'll be one out of nowhere. See, this one just came onto a video that was a long time ago. Tara to the moon. Jeez. Just got a comment in 10 minutes ago. Appreciate you for posting. Hoping for some advice. My wallet on OKX has this, and they'll put the seed phrase in. If you guys ever try to do that and type in the seed phrase that they're putting up on the thing, they're going to steal all your money. Never type in that seed phrase on your wallet or whatever. Oh yeah, Tangem. That's what I got. Can't stop you from swapping during parabolic times. Yeah. Why'd you sell everything? He just sold everything. For profit or for what? You talking about XCN? 6 minutes left. It looks like we're going to close positive here. So let me go ahead and end this poll. Oh man, 58 votes. It's 50-50. Someone put in a vote. We need to break and see who wins. Can ACH hit $1? It's 50-50 right now. Oh, there we go. It's back to being no. Pretty much tied, but you guys aren't as bullish as I thought. Alright, we'll end it with the calm Ocean Drive music. You said, can it reach 145? Hopefully not. We're trying to stay above the 382 at 155 at the moment. On a daily candle close. Once again, 4 minutes and counting. Oh, you're kidding, you're only buying. XCN's going to the moon. Yeah, she is bullish here. I mean, at any point, they're going to pile in and it could just start running. We'll see how it goes. What's up, God First? Can you do multiverse Elron Gold? Welcome to the end of the live stream. Multiverse. We'll see. We're about to end this. Oh, they're selling. Looks like we're gonna get it, boys. Girls. 3 minutes left. Yeah, she's gonna close above. I don't know what multiverse is. Oh, that's right. Didn't they rename EGLD? All you gotta say is EGLD. EGLD really quick here. Doesn't look the greatest on the short term. Daily, you're over the 236, but you have to get over the 382 at 1440 to not be bearish anymore. When was the last time we looked at this? And then we zoom out and it's going to 0. So you got to get over that small short-term price. It looks like it's going down more. It may come all the way back down to the bottom here. There's nothing bullish on this chart. I would not touch this coin. On the macro, if that is a bottom, you got to get back over pretty much 30 and bullish over 52. And then break out over 128, if it's even possible. But you're kind of in the middle of nowhere. It looks like it has room to go down more. Is it going to do 100x to the new high? Probably not. 618 retracement would get you a 9x up to 128. But if it's going to go lower, let's see if we're hitting final support. No, you're down below the 786, so that puts back in the bottom coming into play. So as long as you're below 1580 on the macro, yeah, she's going to drop 60% down to 6. Jinkies. But yeah, we're going to end it here on XCN. But we will be back tomorrow. 1 minute and counting. Everyone hold your position. No one sell. But I appreciate all you guys coming in here as always. Gamble it is. It's a gamble. Yeah, remind me again, Cryptomyalysis. I forgot. I think you said Monday and Wednesdays is when you live stream. I don't remember. remember. I need to remember, that way we're not live streaming at the same time. And I know it's usually in the evenings. But yeah, XCN is bullish to the moon. 20 seconds and counting. Once this candle closes, we're bullish over the 382. XCN looks good here. Maybe it's going to be a slow grind this time, where we just slowly go up. Just daily candle after daily candle. But I'm glad you guys are starting to get your money back. We escaped the shadow realm for one day. Oh, Monday and Thursday. Oh, you're about to live stream today, huh? Alright, you guys go, as soon as we end here, watch out for Crypto Meolis' channel. Go pile into his stream. Go subscribe, like it, and just go watch his live stream here in just a little bit. But yeah, I mean, XCN's bullish here. She closed bullish, looking good. As long as you stay above 155 and not fall right back down. If you start breaking down below this, then it's probably, if it doesn't turn into a wick, then of course it's going to come back and back test probably. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming in here as always. I appreciate the super chats that came in. I appreciate all you guys and girls. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It's all entertainment. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, everyone.